ABC4 News with Sarah Murphy, Brian McElhatton, and Alana Brophy.
Thanks for being with us here on ABC4 News at 6. I'm Brian McElhatton.
And I'm Sarah Murphy. We're glad you're joining us here this evening. Hey, there's a trend of threatening letters, some containing suspicious powders, showing up at election offices across the country. And it's causing the National Association of Secretaries of State to speak out on political violence today. With
less than 2 months until Election Day, ABC4's Kate Gardner checked in with election office here in Utah to see what steps it's taking to keep the poll workers safe.
The Weber County Elections Office hasn't received any direct threats, but is taking some extra safety precautions this election cycle. They're working regularly with law enforcement to prepare for any potential hazmat situations, and election workers will have to wear personal protective gear while handling returned ballots. Election Day is less than 2 months away.
Our citizens are fantastic, and I trust them. They want to vote. They want their voices to be heard, and that's the way it is. It's America.
Weber County Clerk and Auditor Ricky Hatch says preparation for the big day is in full swing, though that preparation looks a little different this year.
You have the risk of one or two lone actors or a small group that really their goal is to disrupt, and we have to plan for that because people's lives could be at stake.
To keep election workers safe, the Department of Homeland Security and the state regularly brief the Elections Office of any security or safety concerns. They haven't received any threats, but election officials in more than a dozen states, including neighboring Colorado, have recently received suspicious packages, some filled with powder.
It's a weird world, and it's unfortunate that we have to take these precautions. We're doing the work of the people, and we just want to do it in a fair, accurate, accessible manner and transparent manner.
Some of those precautions include working with local law enforcement to create an emergency plan in the case of a hazmat situation. Workers will also handle returned ballot envelopes a little differently.
We're going to be wearing rubber gloves, likely be wearing masks this year just to prevent the risk of inhalation if there is a powdery substance that's harmful.
And the office space is also seeing some changes.
We now have like a camera doorbell, card access, passwords, things like that. It's a lot more restricted, and not to the public. We love having them come in and talk to us, but we've just added barriers and layers of security.
Also, the office space and the ballot processing center are separated. Previously, they were housed in the same room. Lauren Schaefer says that's good for worker safety and also makes the processing center more secure because people are only in there for official election business. All this, they say, will help ensure that every vote is counted. The Elections Office is expecting huge voter turnout. In fact, they're going to be mailing out 30% more ballots this year than they did during the 2016 presidential election. And voters can expect to start receiving their ballots in the mail on October 15th. Reporting from Ogden, Kate Garner, ABC4 News.